Hi everyone, welcome to BurgBoys. I'm Max.
I'm Terrence.
And this is your weekly dive into the most interesting news with our reaction and takes of what's happening. So,
Max, why your hair so long and messy?
wait, dude, I'm gonna wonder why you had no videos for the past 2 weeks.
We've been working quite hard, guys.
Yeah.
We've been absolutely destroyed at work.
Yeah, I mean, we look so disheveled.
Yeah,
It's a
but
product of our.
we're going to definitely pump out some content in the next 2 weeks.
Correct. We're back to the usual schedule for the foreseeable future. So,
How's your dating life recently? This for another video.
No.
Okay. So anyway, Max, today I have an article,
Yeah.
quite interesting.
Okay.
So the article is from Vulcan Post. They mentioned Singapore's job market has an expectation problem, not a talent problem. And in this article, they write there's a chasm between the workers' needs and employee delivery. There's an expectation gap between what employees want and what employers offer.
Okay.
So they had a chart. There were 4 variables, 4 vectors. Quite curious to know how you prioritize it, right?
Sure.
So the 4 vectors that you look at were pay and benefits, flexibility, career growth, and culture and transparency. How would you rank this?
I think first of all, I don't think this is exhaustive, but these are the 4 main ones, right? So I think for me, perhaps number 1, I will actually kind of focus a bit more on like career growth in terms of the opportunities that
Do
I
the
will
sound? Do you put the sound?
get. Yeah.
Record the sound already.
Yeah.
Sorry for interrupting.
He thinks my first day doing this. Because it's not we tested, right? Yeah, okay. So yeah, anyway, first thing is career growth. Because I think for me at my age, right, what I want is more opportunities.
I see.
So I think for me, more opportunities, what kind of responsibilities will I get? So I think career growth for me is number 1. And I think for that, it's a very subjective thing. Right? Some people prefer to wear more hats. Some people prefer to have a very clear career progression and growth. For me, it's about ability to have the exposure, more responsibilities, more of that things. I think for me, flexibility, pay and benefits, pay and benefits and culture and transparency come around 2 and 3, around the same. Then flexibility, I think being a rather non-flexible firm, I'm quite used to it. So that's not very.
Why are you rapping today? You're going so fast.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm done.
Yes, rapping today.
a bit nervous.
Yeah, but in summary, what you're saying is that you
Yes.
prioritize career growth
Correct.
other things. What about flexibility? You seem like a guy who prefers a lot of
No,
flexibility.
so like I said, it's actually on the lowest on my list, right?
Okay.
I think partly because, primarily it will be because I've been through situations where, the company culture perhaps or the company system is not very flexible, and I've been, not say accustomed, but also very used to it. So to me, that's not a deciding factor.
I see.
So I am okay with that.
Yeah. To me, I'm a bit greedy. I think all these criteria, you need to somehow hit a bit of a baseline across everything. It's not
Fair.
one over the other. Because let's say today you hit the pay, right? But let's say today the other the dimensions are scored poorly. I don't think that's going to work.
Yep.
So for me, I feel like I see it more as like, okay, there's a baseline threshold that you need to hit across. Right? There need to be a bare minimum.
Correct.
Right? Otherwise, you're not going to enjoy your time also.
Correct.
And your day-to-day is quite sucks as well. There is another chart that was quite interesting. They said that the trade-offs that employees accept, right? They listed 4 items. Less prestigious company for better work culture, higher salary for less job security, less autonomy for clearer guidance, and lower pay for better work-life balance. Which one will be your number 1 choice?
Number 1 choice for me, right? And wow, this question is quite loaded. But I think personally for me, my current mindset is that I really don't mind perhaps a lower pay for better work-life balance. And perhaps this is recency bias also, right? I'm calling myself out because for me, I kind of feel like I don't get that a lot. So which is why that becomes the forefront of my focus, right? And maybe if I was in a different situation, perhaps maybe I would prioritize something for maybe less prestigious or maybe less autonomy. But for now, my priority would be lower pay for a better work-life balance. That's how I look at it.
Fair enough. Because I think for you now, you still prioritize a lot of your development.
Correct.
And also, I think your current phase of life, it seems like you're trying to find something more interesting.
Yeah.
And you're quite satisfied with your compensation right now, might I say?
Yes. I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. I also think that for me, it's work-life balance right now. I think that, especially, maybe also we are coming out of a phase we've been working hard in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So right now, you kind of like, it's a bit subjective.
Correct.
A bit biased.
I think we are both quite biased in how we view certain criteria now.
Exactly.
For sure.
So, but anyway, that would be my answer.
Yep.
Okay, moving on, there was another interesting chart. They say top causes for career mismatch. Pay does not match job responsibility. Job was markedly different than the actual role. Company culture does not match its stated values. Work-life balance not as promised. Limited growth opportunities and poor relationship with team or manager. For me, I think in our current profession, it's probably job was markedly different than the actual role. Like, there's just always a lot of consulting stereotypes.
Yes.
Versus what it actually is.
Correct,
what do you think?
correct. I think I'm very surprised at this chart, right? And because I think what was surprising to me was the fact they put poor relationship with team and manager at the bottom. As surprisingly, I feel this is a huge thing, right? If you have kind of a mismatch in terms of, I mean, not even like, let's say likability wise, let's say you have a mismatch, right? It actually affects a lot of your daily life. And it affects all the other factors we mentioned earlier, your growth, your transparency, right? So I'm surprised that this is something people put quite low on the list. And number one is pay. I think that's the first thing that stood out to me.
But to be fair, I think a lot of people's work is not like ours, whereby the role of a manager really is to drive the kind of like because we do a lot of project work, right? So the role of a manager really is to drive deliverables, hit a certain timeline. So you can see that they really can shape your life for the next 4-6 weeks, right?
Exactly.
While for a lot of people, they are doing more business as usual work.
Maybe not so much interaction with the manager, right?
Correct. Or like they just do their tasks and they go back. And a lot of times it's a different setup. So I feel our setup is more like the manager has a very big part in determining your life.
Your life, right? Yeah. So maybe for our context a bit more.
Correct.
Then if not for that, then I agree with you. I think the job being very different from the actual role. And I think for this case, right, to give some caveat, it's not the fact that it's giving you more intellectually stimulating tasks. It's more of like tasks that is like quote unquote saikang, right? Yeah. So I think that's something that's very can be quite different.
But out of curiosity, just a controversial question. You have been in consulting a number of years already, right?
Yeah.
3-4 years already.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a misalignment in your expectations now that you've been through it 3-4 years versus what you want versus what the industry offers you now?
Yes. There's a misalignment.
So maybe just summarize 2-3 things. What are the 2-3 misalignment points, I guess?
I think misalignment, right, and this could be, and I'm not obviously not naming any names, but this could be misalignment in terms of just the overall company strategy with what I wanted, right? I think I wanted a certain scope of projects. The company went a different direction. I mean, that's just the way it happened, right? I think that's one. And something else that was different also was something that was constantly mentioned, right, was about the culture, how it's very collaborative and supportive. But you kind of realize over time that that's actually not really the case.
Max dropping bombs now.
It's not really the case, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, there's always, the majority of people are extremely helpful, but there's always a few, quote unquote bad apples.
But to be fair also, this is your first job as
Exactly.
So, I think, to be honest with you, I mean, I have a different perspective
100%.
Because I've been in different companies as well.
Yep.
Everywhere there are different challenges in different setups. So right now, I think perhaps it's the realization that the job work is different from school. I mean, for you, your past comparison is like collaborations also in a school project versus like right now in a work setup as well.
Yeah, I'm very certain that in 3 years' time, let's say we revisit this topic, right?
You have a different
view for sure. Because my current benchmarks are here, right? It's not whatever other experiences I've had. So that's the way it is.
So for me, there's also one more point I just wanted to understand as well about aspirational alignment. Because just now you spoke about like career growth, right? Aspirationally, because that's your most important point, right?
Yes.
Are you still aspirationally aligned?
Do you mean to stay in the company and grow in the company, or do you mean like
your long-term aspiration, like where you see yourself in the 10 years? Because your first priority, I mean, if you revisit what you just said, was career growth, right?
Yeah.
So the natural question will be, does this industry still give you that?
I don't see it, I don't see it, and I think the reason it changed, and it's no fault of the firm, but it's more of like I'm adapting to global movements also. You know what I'm saying? So my alignments, my aspirations have changed. Drastically, given how the world has changed drastically as well. So, it's just I have to adapt. If not, I'll die.
Yeah. Right? So basically, your interest is in some of the topics that's more interesting globally. Like you want to work on those topics.
Correct.
For example, crypto.
Yeah. What is Terrence's favorite phrase? Rising tide leave all boats, right? So
So
it is.
So okay, I think interestingly, let's pivot to the second question, right? Like, given that there's this mismatch, or you feel like there's a misalignment. Then what opportunities do young talents like yourself want, right? I mean, you are clearly right now, it's clearly not a pay issue. You're quite happy with your compensation, right? It's more of like more of a long-term growth thing. So what do you need to feel like you are aligned, I guess?
What is a difficult question? I guess let me and then, like, to explain where the difficulty stems from. I guess it's really because I've been in an environment where, you know, perhaps for lack of a better way to phrase it, it's hard to feel alive. So when you ask me what really helps me to on my engine again, right?
I think that's maybe a bad question. Perhaps maybe
Yeah,
maybe make it more pointed lah.
Yeah.
What are you running towards? Like what industry are you running to? What industry would you feel excited about? Maybe name one or two, like you think will be very exciting for you. Like where would be a perfect landing spot for your career aspirations right now?
Yeah, I think whatever internet-based company, number one, right? And then obviously like crypto firms, right? It's still always at the top of my mind. My dream is to end up in the one with the shiny yellow logo or the one with the bright blue logo. You know, it's like for me that's still my end goal.
Okay.
And I think I'm still looking towards that. That's
okay.
for sure.
And okay, that's the firm, right? But of course, the firm has different roles, right?
Yeah.
So what would be the role that will excite you within the firm? Because once you go to the firm, right, then you have to do the day-to-day tasks. So what are the roles inside that will excite you?
Initially, I thought to myself, I'll be great as like those like maybe like analyst roles, you know, analyze the token.
I don't think you'll do.
But I realized, exactly. I realized that's exactly not my thing. As a matter of fact, you know what I'm looking at now?
What?
Partnership roles. I go out, right? Go to those hacker house and then like,
hey, just wants to drink with this guy.
I'm like, hey, what's up? Tell me more about your layer 1 solution. Wow, you know, and then I list their token on the platform. My goodness.
So I think in summary, it's also because you last 3 years, you also saw like what you actually get interested in and not interested in, right? You don't really want to be doing data crunching all day.
Correct.
You want to go out and meet people.
Yeah.
So your job has to have a certain level of extroversion,
interaction, some social relationships, right?
That's fair.
So I also think, right, a very good point, because I think that's also what this job helped me realize, right? It's like you realize what you don't like. I mean, whenever when I talk to my sister, right, I always tell her like, when you make a decision, the first thing you think about is you just eliminate what you don't like first. And I guess, you know, this exposure has helped me figure out, actually, you know, I don't really like this, that.
That's fair.
Yeah, you know, so I start from there and then I figure out what I want.
Yeah. Okay, so given that, to be fair, I think we talk about this topic a bit as well, right? There's nowadays you go to a job portal, it's not like there are a lot of job opportunities, right? Comparatively for early careers as well. Will you consider overseas assignment?
100%.
Which markets will you consider?
I mean, primarily...
Because I can't right now.
Yeah, you can't. It's so difficult for you. Yeah. So, but for me, primarily it would be like, not Southeast Asia, like Beijing, China, you know...
not Southeast Asia? If you're Southeast Asia, what kind of offer come?
Taiwan. Okay, Southeast Asia, where like?
Bangkok?
Vietnam? Bangkok? Fine. I mean, but won't be long term, right? Maybe for me, for those Southeast Asia, perhaps 1 year. And then if it's like maybe East Asia, probably longer.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
And obviously because I have relatives.
Okay, rank top three.
Rank top three.
By cities.
Can all be the same country?
Can if you want to.
Okay. I'll go with Shanghai, Taiwan, Beijing.
Fair enough. That's your personal choice.
That's my personal choice.
Yeah, but clearly he considers Taiwan a city.
It's a very
not Taipei, you know.
If people are gonna get angry.
Yeah, fair enough. But I think to be fair, you also talk extensively about it, right? I think obviously assignment also as the further it brings you new experiences as well. So perhaps I think right now you're just missing I guess a new challenge.
Yep.
So I think an overseas assignment will allow you to do that.
100%. And just some closing thoughts also. I don't think it's just about, I think for me also, I'm at a stage where I can do it, right? So I'm always open to that opportunity. I mean, if people at different stages of life, you have a lot of liabilities, you have a BTO on the way, then don't even consider this. So yeah, I mean, overseas for sure, if it comes across,
I wish that hopefully the next opportunity comes soon.
Yes,
and you can feel alive again. Maybe I'll visit you in wherever city that you
I land myself in. Yeah.
Okay, I think. Okay. Any final words?
No. I think.
Interesting topic today. Actually,
it is. I think obviously everyone knows that the market is difficult. Yeah, and I think to figure out why also it's quite nuanced. Yeah. Maybe we'll revisit this topic down the road.
Yeah, I think the alignment to one's career is a very personal thing.
Correct.
But I think that you should always try to find something that's more aligned as well.
100%.
But as you get older, there's always going to be trade-offs.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I think at some point in time, you will have to deal with trade-off as well. Because when you go there, right, in the end, you'll find something that you don't like as well.
Yeah.
That's
The
not
grass is
perfection.
never greener on the other side.
Correct.
It's not always greener. Something
Alright.
will not work out.
Sounds good.
Okay lah. We will see you guys again soon.
Okay.
Alright, bye-bye guys. Take care.